What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So I'm taking you guys on a journey of how important the Arkham games actually are. And in my case, in working on making and developing a video game, how they basically are the inspiration for the game that I'm trying to make. Now, the game that I'm trying to work on, it's going to be its own thing, or I say I'm trying to work on. I'm actually working on it, me and, a team of really solid individuals that are actually really good at what they do. So thankfully, I have them to be able to, carry me in areas like programming and level design and, art and so on and so forth. But the one challenge that I've seen, that I faced anyways as an indie developer is being able to construct a meaningful combat system. I know this is going to be a very huge hurdle with all the other hurdles that are there in game development, and I wanted to go ahead and show you exactly what I mean. So in the Arkham games, you had the Freeflow Combat system. I know how much that combat system resonates with a lot of folk in the superhero gaming space. Even Marvel Spider-Man took a little, I wouldn't say a little, I'll say a major inspiration from it and was able to craft its own game. When you actually think about how influential this combat system is, you can see how many people would love to have something like that in their games, or at least something that, has the quality and the depth overall. But at the end of the day, there is something that we really have to pay very close attention to. And that is the fact that that is a combat system that's very difficult to make. In fact, if you go online and you look for, iterations of Freeflow Combat that's been made, or people that have actually been able to develop something that is possibly close to it, you'll realize that, as many as maybe trying to iterate it, the biggest challenge that they're going to face is time and resources. You need a lot of expertise for this stuff. In fact, the closest and the best that I've seen iterated is somebody who was able to put it together on Unity. And then another person is doing a project where they're basically, I would say they're making a modded version of the Arkham games. And this is basically what's driving, the combat system is basically what you see in the Arkham games. And they're programming it themselves, but that's something that's using a lot of the proprietary aspects of, the Arkham system. But somebody was able to pull off something in Unity that I thought was very interesting. They came together and did some really cool stuff. But Unity is also one of those engines where to replicate stuff, the way it works, the way the engine is built, and the way the engine executes on is, it's quite interesting overall, I just have to say. But by and large, all this to say that I think when the team were able to put this, combat system in play, I think all of the work and all of the effort and all of the sacrifice really did pay off and has basically changed how superhero games are looked at. Many of us remember Gotham Knights, right? You remember when the game came out, one of the biggest problems was that a lot of people just said it wasn't like Arkham. Why did they have to go ahead and change something that wasn't broken? Even though the team was not trying to change something that wasn't broken, even if they were only trying to basically, take their time to do their own thing, like if you notice here, a lot of people basically rejected it because it just did not have that same flavor, even though in its own right, it's actually a really solid system once you learn how to, control it, and once you learn how to actually implement the way it's been designed, you get to enjoy it. But that's a very interesting juxtaposition that I wanted to make in this video. It's a very short look at how this is, and even some of the challenges being faced. And, to be honest, it would be nice to be able to pull that off all the time. And to even see something is even really shocking, that the fact that Warner Brothers Montreal, they had that system and they didn't use it. But that system belongs to Rocksteady. I don't think they had the permission from maybe even Warner Brothers or Rocksteady to use it. And I don't even know if they wanted to use it. But I'm also glad that they implemented a combat system that was unique to them. That's also another thing that we also, need to talk about is, they didn't want to copycat everything. They had done it before. Did it pay off? Not really, because for some reason people thought Arkham Origins was not really a good game. I thought it was a good game. So I don't necessarily see a problem with them having to go build their thing. But, at the end of the day, I still think that there is something to be said with how strong Arkham's combat system is and still will remain. So let me hear your thoughts in the comment section about the way this combat system in this game has influenced and changed the landscape of combat systems across multiple superhero video games. Thanks so much for watching the video. I appreciate you guys' time and audience. Hopefully we'll talk pretty soon in another one. Peace out.